Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. I'm Argent Leo, and today we continue our playthrough of Eternal Strands. So before we get started, I need to first switch on my controller. Here we go. And confirm that we're playing. Alright, so this is a continuation of an earlier stream, so this is actually part 2. So I'm going to close my big head and put my small head up there. Alright, great stuff. So we're fine. Okay, sound is okay. Let's get started. So I was looking for one of the locations which I found. So we are now in Dredge's Maya. Took me a while to find the location, but I finally did. And I'm not too happy with the directions that the game actually gave you, because they said that this location was inside another location, which it wasn't. It's between two locations. So guys, if y'all do follow the story and you do get stuck looking for Dredge's Maya, then you can just watch the end of my last video. Alright guys, let's continue. So connect a loom gate in Dredge's Maya. Alright, let's see how big this map is. Okay, tiny little thing.
I know you're excited to explore, but first things first. Use our key swatch with a loom gate in the Maya, so that it's easy to return.
Right. I'll check the maps.
Okay, so there it is. So we're probably going to find new kinds of monsters, yeah? And new items. We definitely need those. Yep. Now we can get beat up again. Oh, what? What is that? Okay, anyway, seems to be full. I got a few common things: soft carved wood, treated hide. Okay, let's get rid of this. The treated hide.
Perfect. I can see the connection.
Okay.
We'll be able to come back whenever we'd like.
Without having to trek through all the mud.
The beauty of instantaneous travel. Key swatches are an ingenious system for connecting loom gates together.
Okay, actually, alright, we have to actually go back, but let's just loot in this small area. Good. Craft leather, red iron. Okay, you know what? Let's take these back and then I'll come back here. We'll use this. We're going to actually be going back there during nighttime. But oh, nice. Got extra storage space now. Alright. What we can upgrade is, let's see if this guy's talking to us anymore. No, not talking to us. I don't see anything that is actually okay. make this thing. Cool thing is now we can actually upgrade the weapon. Oh wow, look at that, damage on a level 1 weapon. Wow. Okay. And resources. Focus thing.
Swing hard.
Re-equip it. And armor wise, let's see what can actually be upgraded on the weapon first. Now we need 6 of that. Upgrade this. Yeah. We find a ray salt. Ray salt, we don't have that. Actually, if you look at like the previous, like that's 74 now, right? But if we actually use this is, oh no, it is okay. That's better. Okay, all right. Let's keep that the way it is.
Perfect pair.
I don't really use the bow, and usually when I use the bow I'm in a safe area, so let's look at the armor. I prefer this armor because she moves much better, but then we don't know when we fight the dragon what our options will be. Did I craft the last one? I just say it was nice and I just said it was nice and I didn't craft it. Okay. Indeed. Man, I should be upgrading. Only needed to make the one. Okay. Kinda like the green one because everything that we ever make is red. I want the green one and hold. Let's just look at Reef. Oh, what the heck are you wearing? And I don't like it. Put a t-shirt on, you can catch a cold. Okay, let's see if we reforge. No, okay. Okay, so this is actually the highest that it can be. Don't actually know what the difference between Reforge and an upgrade. Oh, okay. Upgrade already tells us if it can be done or not. This one can be upgraded, and I suppose it already shows you the best upgrade that's possible. Forge needs an upgrade. All right. Progress further in the story to unlock new upgrades. Okay. Talk to her.
So, now that I'm done being frigid and unwelcoming. You were only lukewarm. Sure. How about an icebreaker to get to know each other better? Sounds fun. What have you got? Simple. If you were a wild animal, what would you be?
Something that hunts in a pack. Color, I'd be an akala. Okay.
Ooh. I think I'd be in a color.
Color.
Why is that? Aggressive, but they hunt in packs with close bonds. I love adventuring, but a kick-ass team is what makes it meaningful.
He's always playing a card.
Huh. I like that.
Smart, but I mean, she's like
And yourself?
always playing a card.
What animal would you be? An eastern reef crake. A crake? Somehow I pictured fewer tentacles and destroyed ships in your wake. You're thinking of the big ones. An eastern reef crake is pretty small and harmless. But all crakes are misunderstood. They are incredibly intelligent creatures, and they diligently protect their eggs. They actually only attack when their nest is under threat. So yeah, I'd be a crake, happily living underwater.
Okay, let's see if we can upgrade any stations. No, no, no. Okay, I gotta progress further in the game.
It's quite a thing, being rescued by the scry.
Disorienting. But better than the alternative.
I'll only ever use it when I'm sure it's needed.
Compared to my last band, I'm glad we actually use the scry.
Not as glad as I am that the loom gates seem to extend its effective range. Just don't take it as a license to be reckless. Risky business flirting with death.
So probably when we finish with this map, or maybe during the course of this map, we'll have to fight that huge robot again. Quite the task, but I'd rather fight a robot. Oh. Kidding me. Where's my sword and my shield? Let's just see what happened. I think when I spoke to I don't know, maybe I don't. No idea why it's not equal. Only one location we can go to. Looks so much like a chest.
Sapper's Lake. The surrounding trees emitted an alchemical sap. It was a sought-after resource.
Oh, you're kidding me. Okay, what do they give you? Okay, that's fine stuff. Actually moving quite nicely after that upgrade. We only managed to upgrade like one item forward, but it does make quite a difference. Oh, this is rather an unusual map. It's actually moving inside. Alright. Okay. I don't know what to make of this weapon. You know, these type of games, it's always like good to explore the area first. Okay. Swats them. Back and forth swatting motion. It's actually quite strong. Good, we know that's the Don't you? Oh dear. Trying to burn me, they're trying to freeze me to death. I do have my tonics. See what they were actually guarding. They strike from the cliff tops, then disappear without a trace. Inspiring. Destroyed. Probably get two, yeah. I'm getting penalized for using this way. Okay, let's see. Nice way. Go this way, then I think we'll just make the whole map visible. I don't get surprises like I did in the last map. End up looking for something that isn't there. Guys, this game gives really terrible directions, instructions. Fine. Like, you guys can have a look at my playthroughs and you get stuck in where I continue. So the way the channel is going to be structured now is I want to play games that I will enjoy and that I will be able to complete. Because I enjoy playing them. So this isn't a bad game, it's just they give really terrible instructions. hardwood. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's see what's coming. Is there? Taking time that happens, so I need to check. Okay, but I want to actually uncover the map a little bit more. Softwood we can drop, definitely drop it for hardwood. Thick-eyed. Pizza line. Bloom fiber. I'm not ready to go back yet. Puppies!
The Archon expands. Pre-surge, the Arks trod this passage daily to transport and farm resources from the outskirts.
This one. The bones.
This one doesn't seem as aggressive. Must not be rutting.
Should leave you alone unless you get close.
So the Drake is a dragon. So that's what they were talking about now. It's around to leave us alone. We don't throw with it. And why is this thing so tough? Oh, poison me. These have no arm on. Look at how far she moves. Okay. It's blue now because of the surroundings. Maybe too green.
Higher shrine all the way.
Where'd it go? And that happened because it jumped into water. Oh. Really wanted to get me. Come back and see what that's all about. Let's see if we can clear that out. Yes, we're not doing this right now. Alright, at least we know where second station is. Okay, so that's the Drake that's around here somewhere. Probably gonna have to run from it. He's lying around you. So everything is open except good.
This is Poldervale, but what happened? The village is completely frozen.
This can't be natural.
I think it's safe to say no one lives here. Where else could I look for a hearth cider?
I can't quite remember why, but something tells me you should search for a watchtower. The maps indicate there may be some nearby.
Doubt security would be active if the village was vacated.
Just, trust me on this. I've got some cross-referencing to do.
All right, Bryn. You heard them.
Watchtower. Got it.
In case. Okay, that pause. Guys, I'll be back in a minute. One. Right, so the Drake is attacking me. I need to find a watchtower. There still is an area that I didn't see over there. There's no name that resembles a watchtower, but I think that there is one over next to Sapper's Lake. So let's do that. Warden's Roost. I don't think that this is the watchtower. Warden's Roost, okay. This watchtower. Did he then? I need to find the Drake right now.
Just like home. You're round a corner and a glacier's right there to greet you.
Not in there. Could be. Man. Oh, that's cool. This is... Yes. I think there's something I need to pass here. Good stop. Down here. Do it. This is where they made the rope. Let's get this. Oh, that gives off heat. And the black shard's something that I need. Oh, I've got a tiara thematic. Give these things and then come back and look for the clock tower. Oh, come on. I was right at the watchtower. How come it didn't light up? I'm not able to.
Solar, any thoughts on how I might go about withstanding cold temperatures while I search for the key swatch?
With the right materials, any design for armor could give you some resistance to frost magic and cold temperatures.
What kind of materials could I bring you?
A Kala hide would do the trick for one.
There are plenty of those prowling in the outskirts.
Up yet. Okay, let's make a new one.
It's going to look great.
Okay. Okay, 17 cold resistance is the highest. Okay. Cold resistance. Back to the watchtower. On the wrong map.
Because it's so cold.
This can't be natural.
It's just like Poldervale, only on a massive scale. This is exactly what happened to Taza after the surge when all the aeroliths failed. It must be something like that.
Okay. Wow, these things are tough. Oh, wow, look at that roll. Okay, you know what? You win. You're way into that thing. Isn't it? Yeah, the watchtower is in Wooden's Roost. Getting more money. Come on, there's the Wooden's Roost.
There's a watchtower ahead.
Found the tome I was looking for. It mentioned that key swatches were held by security in the Enclave's more remote villages. It ensured that loom gates could be reconnected to more central locations if needed. Perhaps our hard side won't be in the watchtower, but a key swatch to Denevran could be.
Genius, Lane. Nice work.
Whoa, it's time. Oh dear.
According to this logbook, all the key swatches were removed from the Poldervale watch a few years after the surge.
Strange.
But there was one key swatch that was borrowed and never returned by the mayor at his residence in Poldervale.
Perhaps it's still there.
It'll be tough for me to withstand the cold long enough to search for it.
The rest of the band could help you navigate that. Try discussing the challenge with a few of them next time you're at camp.
Okay, I should simply just wait.
You know there's a trick to picking your armor when dealing with temperature.
Do tell.
If you're going to be up against extreme cold or heat, lighter armors can be the better choice. They can't provide raw protection like steel, but metals also move temperature very quickly. Lighter armors layer cloth and leathers, much better for insulation, especially if you pick the right ones.
I'll keep that in mind. This place pulls no punches.
Okay.
This one strikes a good balance.
Please talking now.
Out in the field, you mentioned you recognize the sudden change in weather.
The same rapid shifts racked Tarza shortly after the surge. The deserts have been somewhat tamed by enchanted stones, the aeroliths. Each kingdom would boast they had the greatest coverage.
Let me guess. Something awful happened to them after the surge.
The enchantments cascaded out of control. One would skew the weather too far, others would react.
Like a pendulum swing, but getting stronger.
Yes, rapid and extreme. Just like what we're seeing here. Thankfully, this means they should be somewhat predictable. The more we learn about each locale, the better we'll be able to predict the changes.
Right. Good talking. None of them have offered to help yet.
So, we're hunting a rogue key swatch in a frozen village. When dealing with temperature, your magic can directly counteract it.
I'm guessing we fight frost with flame?
Just so. Like building a fire on a cold night, except much faster. And the night has teeth and talons.
Unfortunately, I don't have a flame strand yet.
It's a tall order, but defeating a drake would allow us to weave a strand of its power.
Drakes and I are due for a reckoning anyway.
Spoken like a true point. very exciting to see one of the Enclave's enchanted weapon designs firsthand. I'm sure Solar will have a field day with it.
I don't need any particularly magical materials for it, I notice.
No, that's where I come in. I preserve numerous byproducts alongside each resonance as part of the weaving process. I have got, in the literal and figurative sense, your back.
Bryn, do you have a moment?
For my favorite lawkeeper? Absolutely.
I'm the only lawkeeper here, though.
Yes. Doesn't mean you aren't my favorite. So, what do you need?
What was it? Oh, yes. I'm looking to do some experiments with alchemical reagents, and was wondering if you could source me some.
That sounds like something I could help with. What's the experiment?
I won't waste your time with specifics. I just think it'll produce something helpful, if my hypothesis is correct.
Well, my last lawkeeper sent me out all the time for herbs that he'd inevitably just stuff in a pipe and smoke.
Oh.
After what happened in the Veil Shadow, any improvement to the scry is worth making.
Exactly. I noticed that she needs a break before guiding you again. The tangles were so bad in the shadow, she couldn't use the wisp at all.
The scry has been better inside the Enclave, but we shouldn't take any chances. What do you need?
There's a plant that only grows here in the Enclave. It expresses a clarifying magical essence. I think I can use it to strengthen Oria's connection with the scry.
That'd be really helpful.
I think so too. Now, am I missing something?
Where can I find the plant?
Oh, right. At night, in the outskirts. They glow, so you won't be able to identify them during the daytime. And I believe they mostly grow in clusters near bodies of water. Not rivers, but ponds, lakes, you know.
Go to the outskirts at night and grab some glowing plants near bodies of water. Got it.
Well, they have a more accurate name than that. I won't overcomplicate it. But they're referred to locally as Diane's Chorus, which refers to a moment in the Enclave's history early on, when their second leader, Diane Ramenos, was elected by unanimous vote. She was the right person at the right time for the Enclave and brokered several extremely lucrative trade deals.
The more you talk, the longer you'll wait.
Sorry, yes, please, go. Bring them to me as soon as you can. One moment, Bryn. I just need to write this down. Stir twice clockwise, filter the sediment, put it aside for Darm's moisturizing cream. Good. Now, did I forget something when last we spoke? I was after some ingredients to enhance the Watcher's Wisp. Is that correct?
Don't worry. No problems there. I know we chatted before, but I wanted to learn more about you.
Well, I came from Judea. You already know that. I'm an enthusiastic student of the alchemical arts. Oh, there's more to my family. I'm my father's third child, but I have 3 siblings. I was fairly close to 2 of them. The firstborn is 12 years older than me and never had much interest in being friends.
Was that hard on you?
It was normal to be in that situation, I'd say. By the time I was old enough to hold a conversation, he was already playing the political game. Took after my mother in that regard. Hold on, I need to write something down.
Big list of tasks you've got there.
Like you wouldn't believe.
I'm curious about the post. Prod Or prod for more details about Judea.
I've never been to Judea. Can you tell me more about what it was like to grow up there?
Bryn, respectfully, I like to think I'm an open book, but as I said, I have quite a big list of tasks to complete.
Doesn't want to talk
You
about.
do too. Let's try and make a dent, shall we?
Of course. Catch you later. Hey, Lane. Got any ideas on how I might go about retrieving a key swatch from a frozen village?
I imagine long underwear might help.
Maybe an alchemical solution?
I'm teasing, of course. Drinking a frost shroud phial would do the trick. It makes cold temperatures much easier to withstand. I have some phials already prepared for you. I had the perfect alembic for them thanks to our recent improvements.
Okay. Another. Anyway, it's done. Full resistance 100 but
It's a good thing heat waves like this don't last long, or the plants would cook.
Farewell, food supply. Careful using flame here. Anything flammable will ignite and spread far too easily.
There's no way this is natural. It feels like frost magic.
Got the key swatch. And unfettered access to the Enclave's capital.
Amazing, Bryn.
Denevron awaits.
there's us. All this place.
Impressive, Bryn. We're on our way to Denevron, thanks to you.
Everyone helped. I just did my part.
In a well-run band, everything takes teamwork, that's for sure. But don't downplay your role in this. Since you've been crisis promoted to point, we've felled a great arc, restored a construct, and now we've got access to the Enclave's capital. Everyone could accomplish what you have, let alone in our current circumstances. In fact, most would crumble under the pressure.
Nothing without the band behind. Emphasize the others' contributions.
Don't get me wrong, I know I'm doing good here. But honestly, having just left a band that fought and backstabbed one another, I really appreciate the level of teamwork that went into this. The others are lifting me up, and I don't take that for granted.
That's good to hear. I know they're as impressed with you as I am.
Thanks, Aurea.
Now, enough talk. You've got a city to explore.
The capital city of Enclave, Upper Denevron, is now accessible by Wingate. We'll do the same. We'll run in a circle and then across the middle. Oh, that city that I was thinking I needed to go into. Kinda nice, little ding. You guys gonna wake up? Yep.
Incredible.
I've traveled all over, but I've never seen a city quite like this.
Denevron. The Enclave's capital city. The architecture was built to accommodate the Enclave's largest archons.
Oh, good. I thought I'd shrunk using the loom gate.
The city looks as though it's been completely abandoned.
Let's break down the search. Who's got ideas?
Government and archives will establish a history. The closest government buildings can be found in the steppes. You're clearly in Upper Denevron, so according to our map, it shouldn't be far.
People need supplies. Supplies are in markets. And the markets in Lower Denevron.
And there's the bastion on the edge of the city. The military would be involved in any disaster response, and the surge certainly counts. 3 good leads. Bryn, it's your call.
I'm gonna run around the city. Let's go. Oh no.
End of the... Hold on. Hold on.
Ark of the Living Flame. Lightly armored compared to the others, but expect things to get hot.
According to the old maps, that path leads to the Bastion, their military stronghold.
This is the best. Okay, another beast. Funny looking dragon. Chicken dragon. Okay. Just the issue with like killing these things is they don't stay dead. Come back.
This must be the Bastion.
Guys, I'm going to be back in 1 minute. Think about live videos. 1 minute.
Military was never the Enclave's priority. They did not aspire to conquest. Instead, they focused on defense. Their core interest was protecting not only their civilians, but their cutting-edge innovations.
What a crazy ice bird. Kicks their butts every so often. Going himself off. Okay. It's not hot. Okay, let's see what's inside here. One thing about lots of these games is any open door, they don't really have an open door policy. Okay. Bird is not home. Probably will make its appearance for too long. Okay. Hit the bridge. Chicken comes. The chicken egg.
Soldiers could see for leagues from Vigilant Falls. The patrollers would easily spot incoming attacks.
far jump, even for you.
Too bad I don't have wings.
Feathers wouldn't suit your face. Lane, any idea what that pillar is?
I did find a reference to the Trial of Fires, a rite of passage for new Bastion Sworn before they could cross over to their new life.
Crossing over. Trial of Fires? Unsubtle. Bryn, what happens if you make it hot?
Yes, brazes. Some parts of Enclave are sealed until the flames of nearby braziers are lit. Efficient heat from this ignite them. Oh.
Nice work.
Pretty involved. Still, you'll have no trouble when it's your turn to head back out in the field.
Yeah. Be sure to scour the bastion.
Oh dear.
Few sights are as impressive as a Highlander ice claw mid-flight on a clear day. The way the sun reflects off its wings, majestic.
Little trick. It's Trixie. Dude, really, don't you think we've got bigger problems to deal with? Like a bird shooting machine gun arrows.
exactly where the military stored supplies and weapons before the surge.
Okay.
Judging from the size, it could have been a route for Archons.
Able to do that? Okay, at least we can travel between the areas.
For a band of weavers who just discovered a long-lost city, you don't look very excited.
While you were out, I found a note. A warning, actually.
We suspect our Hearthsider friend snuck back into the camp.
The letter cautions us that a phenomenon referred to as the Flood is hot on our heels. The Flood is essentially a torrential wave of deadly raw magic that will completely overtake the outskirts and Denevron. Apparently this is a cyclical disaster preceded by extreme weather.
This doesn't change anything. Remind the band
Us.
our goal still stands.
Honestly, that's not the news I was hoping to hear. But it doesn't change anything.
You did hear Dom say torrential wave of raw magic, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I also heard cyclical, and that it was a Hearthsider who warned us about it. Which means our goal of finding out what happened to the Hearthsiders hasn't changed. If anything, we're one step closer to it.
If this flood is cyclical, it means the Hearthsiders are surviving it somehow. Maybe they have a safe haven on high ground, or enchantments of some kind. All this means is we need to track down the Hearthsiders now more than ever. As though
our lives depended on it.
Yeah, that.
Upgraded the first 10 weapons. That's it. Get moved. Any corner. Nice. This is not like a Monster Hunter game. All of a sudden. Actually, Dom even looks like a Monster Hunter character. You go nowhere. Love how it can just step like a little bit aside and then attack you. Oh dear. Going nowhere, brother. What is that?
These must be the growing plants Lane mentioned.
Fine, fine.
A Brennig glasstail. On a stormy night back home, their roars echo in the howling winds.
Hey, under your belly. Actually, the steps nicely. Killing me too. Works better because it can step. think the leg will come off. One more.
No chance we'll get a new strand from that door.
No, too. The only way to strengthen a power is through active harvest.
Diane's core is collected. Lane will be pleased to see these.
Get another one. Oh dear. Yeah, they even chewed for a while. They don't move. Do it.
The architecture of Tenebran is simply magnificent.
Okay, maybe we can find a nice spot. Birim. You really want to be fancy. Yeah. Please, onion. Couldn't complete the... this one.
$33, $34, $35, $36. Gods, we'll need more than that.
Everything all right?
Oh, hey. Yeah, I just can't shake this feeling that we're not prepared.
Prepared for what?
I don't know. Maybe the masked figure stalking you, or the hostile Archons at every turn, or... Sorry, I'm doing it again. This isn't on you.
It's all good, but maybe you should take a break. After all, we can't plan for everything.
If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That's what we always said at sea.
At sea?
I left home when I was 16 to help organize relief efforts to South Judea through a shipping clan from Dunbrennig.
Wow. Isn't 16 pretty young for relief work?
I wanted to go at 15, but it took a year to convince my parents.
I can hardly believe they let you.
After months of begging, I wore them down. I loved life on the water. The rhythm of running a ship. The sun in your face during the day. The waves rocking you to sleep at night. And we were helping people. I think I miss the smell of the ocean the most.
The mountains. Only the smell of pine trees beats seawater any day.
I'm more of a hiker myself. The smell of pine trees brings me home in an instant.
Our surroundings must make you think of Calmhaven a lot then.
For sure. We're missing a mountain or two, though.
There are a few mountains here.
No. Real mountains.
My seafaring days feel pretty far behind me now. It's been a few years since I left to join Aurea.
Why did you stop?
Always mouths to feed. Critical supply shortages. Not just materials, but medicine. It felt like I could never do enough. So I walked away. I still feel guilty, though.
You probably helped more people in those years than many do in a lifetime. Needing to step away from the work doesn't erase all the good you did. There's nothing to feel guilty about.
I guess you're right. I just wish there was a way to turn off the little voice in my head telling me I should have done more.
Well, I'm happy to have a stern word with it anytime you like.
Thanks. I'd better get back to work, but this talk helped.
I guess we all have that little voice in our heads. Now we're doing something wrong. Okay, you know what? Let me just recap on exactly what these guys want us to do in the lost city. Investigate the various leads proposed by the band. The scale of the Bronze wind architecture can't capture with words. I don't think I've ever felt so small or insignificant, but in the best way. Unfortunately, the city appears to have been abandoned some time ago. The other weavers suggest I keep an eye out for the following. Area dedicated to the enclave, governing potential of the city, and some sort of military fortress. Some sort of military fortress or garrison. Time to start looking for more mysterious other side. Okay, we'll look around camp just once. Probably only going to show we complete this mission. Okay, let's do it. Actually, I haven't done half the city. This playthrough is going a lot better than the last one. I think we're about 6 hours into the game. Okay, we gotta go across town. Oh dear. Whoa. Oh man. I left weapons behind again.
Watch the tangles coming out of that chasm. The surge hit this place hard.
And look, more coral.
must have been growing below ground.
Would explain why there's so much damage here from the surge.
In every way. Takip izleyen bir.
Rise. Religious beliefs from across the Maida were practiced in the Enclave. But the Church of the Hallowed Pyre values monuments. They regularly erect temples and shrines.
Better spread their influence.
Why else would a religion invest in property?
Is looting. Okay. He didn't see anything. Oh, he did now. Oh.
This must be the Guild District.
Home to numerous trades, magical and mundane alike.
It's pretty.
Enchanters, smiths, coopers, glassworkers, you name it.
Loom gate ahead. I'll collect its key swatch. Guild members must have made good use of this one.
In combat. I can't open it. This guy. Savage. Absolutely savage. That animation is like just so funny. Just a second. Hold up. Okay, cool. We've got 2 gates. City. Highly populated. Okay, just the spiral.
Maximilian Arden, founder of Blonde. Judging by the size of this statue, he's certainly a bit shy about his appearance.
That arch should lead you to the lower city.
There's the embassies. Envoy's Landing, yes. It wasn't by chance that visiting dignitaries had to walk across the verdant gardens to meet their enclave counterparts at the Spire. Upper Denevron was designed to impress.
The surge cleared. Still, out of view.
I'm show you something.
Hold on, hold on.
This temple has seen better days.
The high pyre remains intact, though. Built to last.
Bring that up. Moving.
impressive building. Wonder what's inside. I'd always heard the Enclave liked to keep extensive records. It's a lawkeeper's dream. A lot of damage this high up.
Cheers. Love it.
A loom gate near the spire. Probably for the Enclave's council members. Might not be one myself, but I'd better grab a key swatch.
Going on it. What are you doing here? Do. I can't make me. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's go and talk to the team to find out exactly what it is they want us to do. And then I think then we can continue with that tomorrow.
So, what was it like? Exploring Denevron.
Empty, tell her you wish you could have seen the city in its prime.
It's like nostalgia for something I've never lived. Even abandoned, the architecture is beautiful, but I don't know. I just have this longing to see it filled with weavers.
I know the feeling. Still, I can't help but be a little jealous that you're walking its streets, even abandoned.
You'll be back out there soon enough. How's the wing feeling these days?
Oh, getting better all the time, don't worry about me.
I think they're both scheming. He wants someone to take over. He wants everyone to like her. Stop.
Bryn, I'm worried. We keep pushing deeper into the Enclave. When do you think we'll start working on a way out of here?
We're the first people through the Veil in almost half a century. Don't you think it's worth taking a look around before rushing out?
For all we know, the Hearthsiders are sending the Arks to attack us. What makes you think we're welcome here?
Welcome or not, we still need to find out what's happened after the surge.
You're right. It's not like we have a way out, anyway.
After last time? Absolutely not.
The architecture in Denevron is stunning. It's clear that the Enclave builders were talented. What I wouldn't give to meet them. To think crafters here had stability in their lives, mentors to learn from, and the ability to focus purely on their craft. Such a luxury. And it shows in their work.
We don't know what the Enclave was really like. Wonder if it was as great as it seems.
Not all weavers chose to make the Enclave their home. It makes me wonder if we romanticize it.
I'm sure we do, to some degree. Still, to have a place to return to after long adventures must have been nice.
Denevron was home to so many before. I wish I could have seen it full of weavers.
Who knows? Maybe Bryn of Carnhaven will go down in history as the one to restore the Enclave to what it once was.
I like your optimism.
If you succeed, I suppose we'll all have a choice to make.
What choice is that?
Do we stick to life on the road? Or do we put down roots?
Okay, there is a new item. I can actually crush this one. Need to. Okay. You have to be anything special. Powerful. Drawing upon wielding magic, this blade can generate a field of kinetic magic that launches the wielder and any foes nearby upwards, surprisingly mobile. Dude, this is the clave gauntlet and blade from Monster Hunter World. The original one. Even looks the same. Movement is the same. Anyways. No, the charge blade was something else. Charge blade was an extremely funny weapon in Monster Hunter World. What do they call it? Gun trigger or something. Trigger. Anyway, gun blade. Maybe. Okay, hold RT to charge and then release. Create a vertical tunnel of force. What? Release, create a vertical tunnel of force, launching the wielder and bow. Okay. At least it kills a thing like that, like almost instantaneously. Good enough for me. We can upgrade it. Oh, and then there was armor. And there was armor. There's an armor schematic. Yes. Okay, wait. You can always upgrade it. I like how... Wait. I like how the armor actually like tints according to what you put in it. It's negative again. Okay. I don't know why it's like that. That's 3, but then 10 reset. Heat resist. Let's just make it as strong as possible for now. I have to rebuild this. Make it actually heat resistant.
Most people couldn't even stand straight wearing one of those. You, however.
Yeah.
That's an intimidating silhouette.
Yeah. Looks like she's up.
I must ask, to step from here all the way to the capital, what did it feel like? No, Denevran's amazing, we know. I'm asking about the sensation of being transported such a distance. So far, you'd only done tiny hops through the loom gates. Was there any notable difference crossing hundreds of leagues?
Truthfully, there wasn't much of a sensation at all. A flash of light and I was in Denevron. That's it.
Oh, I see. I guess I was hoping for a little more. It's all right. There will be bigger discoveries.
If you're lucky, maybe on the 100th time through, I'll get unspooled.
That would not be ideal. Though it would be interesting.
Wait, let's...
You know, I'm a little surprised to see a Hallowpire temple take such pride of place in Denevron.
What do you mean?
I'd always envisioned the Enclave to be a little more progressive. At least compared to Renland, where I'm from. The Church of the Hallowed Pyre has a tight grip on the populace there, to say the least. Not that there's anything inherently wrong with religion, of course. I'm not going to proclaim myself an authority. It's simply that my personal experiences with that religion were quite negative. As was their view on magic in general.
I prefer the frost powers. Can you after?
Glowing plants acquired and delivered. How are things on your end?
Oh, I'd almost forgotten about these. Thankfully, the alchemic preparation is, well, prepared. Let me find it. Here it is. All I need to do is extract the clarifying essence, and that should do it.
It's wonderful to watch a genius at work.
A good thing.
So, when can I go test this out?
I was hoping you'd ask. I need some more ingredients. More of the luminous plants, for one, and some ink-cap mushrooms, if you wouldn't mind.
What are you cooking up now?
More Diane's chorus means I can mix up plenty of this solution for Aurea.
I'll allow it. I'll be back once I've grabbed everything on your sundry list.
The great market of the outdoors. Huh. I hope you're able to find some good bargains.
I always do.
If you don't pull it out of the ground, we just murder it and take what we need. Alright.
Denevron is a treasure trove for any lawkeeper. The history this place contains. It's almost overwhelming, or it would be for a lesser academic.
But not for you.
No. Certainly I can parse through decades of lost tomes and solve the greatest mystery of our time. What happened to the Enclave? Why wouldn't I succeed where other researchers who have spent far longer immersed in Weaver culture have failed?
Well, you've certainly got something they don't.
I do?
Me? Kidding. You've got access to the Enclave.
That's exactly it, isn't it? It's the opportunity of a lifetime. What if I don't make the most of it?
All you can do is try. It's...
I suppose you're right.
Oh, come on.
Sev mentioned something about Udea using aerialists like Taza.
That's true, yes. It was well before my time, but they are not well regarded in our history.
What happened to them?
You're aware Udea had legendary trade fleets that made it the richest federation in the Maida.
Yes, but not since the... Oh.
It turns out when you rely on magic to keep your harbors safe, and magic itself breaks in something like the Surge, there's a price to be paid.
Lane, any thoughts on why the mayor of Poldervale kept a key swatch to Denevron in his home?
So guys, this happens like when you play a game like what I do. Like if the map is small enough, you know, run right around the entire map, it unlocks all the missions and then you just do them like one after the other. Otherwise, it's like you unlock this and then you unlock that and then you go this way and you go that way. If you run across the entire map, generally, on games like this, then it opens everything and then you just complete the missions.
Not personally, but I do know what the Poldervale Watch suspected about it.
That way you don't really have to, you won't really get stuck. And you'll always have the opportunity to go either complete all the missions or the final mission will actually just present itself at some point.
Really? How?
At the back of the logbook, those on watch would leave small notes for whoever was taking over the next shift. Most of it appears to be idle gossip, but apparently popular belief was that the mayor had a mistress on the side.
Ah, a wife in Poldervale and a mistress in Denevron.
Instantaneous travel would be necessary to not get caught.
Goodness. Small towns are the same everywhere, aren't they?
What is there to do in them but talk?
New mission.
My darling, I suspect the way the light filters through the Enclave's veil makes you look more luminous than ever.
Stop. It'll go to my head.
Should I come back later? I didn't mean to interrupt you two.
Sorry, Bryn. Sometimes we get lost in our little world.
But since you're here, I was actually hoping to speak with both you and Sola.
These guys are completely opposites.
Oh?
I don't know if you know this, but my wife is an extremely talented smith who was apprenticed under a variety of world-class teachers.
Well, a revolving door of mentors doesn't exactly facilitate the most stable education, especially when one of them drops dead in front of you.
Oh, details. You've made more of your varied experience than most could glean from a lifetime. Anyway, I know you always hoped to further your education with the Tarmakine Smithing School's techniques. So, I asked Lane to look into whether or not any Tarmakine smithing was ever practiced here in the Enclave.
Oh, doll. You shouldn't have. It's sweet, but there are other priorities.
What could be more pressing than helping my wife fulfill her lifelong dreams? As luck would have it, there were Tarmakine smiths here before the search.
Really?
Perhaps our daring point might be able to keep a lookout for anything those smiths might have left behind.
I don't know, brain.
I mean, if it's too much trouble.
Of course. I'd be happy to help.
Perfect. I'll leave you to discuss the details.
This is why my games end up being 22 hours long.
Anything in particular I should look for?
The Tarmakine smithing techniques are exceptionally complex, and as such, pretty rare across the Maida. It might be too much to hope for anything close to a completed armor set, but prototypes or even notes pertaining to the style would be useful. I'd take anything you can find.
You might be in luck. I found a schematic, as well as a set of engraved metal plates. Is this what you're looking for?
Yes! This schematic is for a Tarmakine helm, and the plates prototype the technique.
You see, if I didn't find these by going off in my own direction, they would actually send me to go and find this.
Could we forge a helm using the schematic?
Maybe. Give me a sec.
Okay. Oh. But it's weaker. Level 1. Okay, let's build it. How should they make these things stronger? In terms of the weaker stuff. Good. Good. To make the armor portion like strong, and then depending on what we fight, make it the strongest it can be. Hit resistance doesn't really matter. We've got a lot of this, doesn't it?
I've always wanted to build something like this.
The Tarmakind helm is...
Now she looks like a man.
Can't wait to test it out on an expedition.
I am honestly kind of proud of myself right now. I wasn't totally sure I was going to be able to do that. Like I said, this style is a lost art.
Really?
I know it's just a small piece, but I'm feeling on top of the world right now.
It's cute behind the mask.
As you should. This is pretty cool.
Before my mentor, Hilda, passed away, and my apprenticeship was cut short, I always saw myself opening up my own smithing school. Specifically to pass on the Tarmakind techniques and prevent them from being lost for good. Feels like another lifetime now. Obviously that dream died with Hilda. It's been like 10 or 15 years since I've even thought of that.
I'll keep hunting down schematics. Tell her she has my...
Hey, if it means new gear, I'll keep tracking down schematics for you. Whatever you decide to do with all the Tarmakind knowledge you acquire.
Wow, that would be amazing. Maybe there's a chance we could restore the techniques after all.
You can do anything you set your mind to, Solar.
You're right. I'm pretty awesome like that.
That's the spirit.
This has all given me a lot to think about.
Yeah.
A lot of memories come rushing back when I think about Tarmakind.
Good or bad ones?
Both. I remember the smells. We used very specific woods for the fires when we were alloying. Precise heats and times. And sounds. The guiding tap my mentor would do before every hammer strike. Here. Slower. Faster. Breathe with me. No, foolish girl. Again.
Sounds a little
I'm
relentless.
so wrong.
No more than the combat drills you and Oria have done. It's all practice. Making your muscles carve a groove so deep the action is automatic, so that your mind is free to focus on the intent.
You know karate!
You miss it?
Not all. I miss the stability of a school. Knowing where your tools are, always. And I miss that crusty old battle axe of a mentor. I had so much to learn from her. Still, maybe this is my chance. Pick up where I left off. We'll see. You know, a quality you share with Oria is your ability to keep a steady eye on the horizon.
Any comparison to Oria is flattering. But how do you mean exactly?
But you cut through the fear immediately and recognize that, flood or no flood, our goal stays the same.
He's a walk. Walks can see good. No, walks and owls can turn the heads right around. Pick on.
I am a little afraid. But I don't see how worrying accomplishes anything.
Exactly. You stay focused on the bigger picture, and you don't let the details throw you off course, however catastrophic they might be.
We will find the Hearthsiders in time.
I know. I have faith.
Okay, she's done with that. Let's see if we can upgrade anything. There was a stone, a ruby or something that we found. Okay, maybe it'll turn up. This is cool. I don't really like this one. But this is cool also. Actually, this is more cool. I haven't really made new leggings. I think we're fine. Yes, complete. Something on Earth. Of the season. Talk to again. Let's send you somewhere else. Okay. Really through with me. He's not talking anymore. Okay. Fine. So guys, okay, well, she's some kind of bird. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end the video here and we'll carry on tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do enjoy the content of this channel, then please do consider subscribing. I'll be greatly appreciative of them. And okay.
Warm blankets, firewood, matches.
Almost 4 hours in.
Barely enough to last a fortnight.
What? Anyways, nothing about Fortnite. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.